Hello, everyone. Welcome to a quick demo of Talkativ, the speech-to-text dictation software that I've built that's been transforming my workflow since I've been using it, and it's been saving me hours each week in typing. I will quickly run through the plans, the features, and just how simple it is to dictate in any app with this. So there are three plans, the free, the pro, and the max. Any user can jump into the free plan, and they get 2,200 words for free each week. If you upgrade to the Pro plan, you have unlimited words. And when you upgrade to Max, you get all of that. Plus, you get something called Smart Edits, which allows you to transform your raw dictation or any text into over 26 different writing styles, such as emails, blog posts, press releases, meeting notes, research papers. And that list is growing as I'm understanding what users want. So let's quickly get started on how easy it is to dictate. So there are two ways. One is with your mouse and one is with your keyboard. With the mouse, you will notice that there is this little mic dot that appears once you've signed in and authenticated as a user. When you click it, the mic dot turns red to allow the user to see that the app is recording. And when I click it again, my text is ready to go. Now, I personally prefer the keyboard method, which is Control plus space, and it starts recording. And again, once you're done, you press Control and space again to stop. It's as simple as that, really, and it works right out of the box. Now, just to demonstrate how easy it is, I will demo this on Microsoft Word just to see how easy it is. Another app that I use very often, a quick demo on Gmail. And now a quick demo on ChatGPT. By the way, this is just three apps, but it works in any app with a text box. It's just as simple as that. Now let's go back to Gmail and work on a real life example. I want to send an email. johnsmith@gmail.com. Now you notice it's picked up johnsmith@gmail.com in the style that I was speaking, which nicely takes me to the next feature that I wanted to show you, which is smart transcription. So essentially go into settings, audio and voice, and you look for advanced transcription formatting. Now for 95% of my use cases, I don't use this because this adds a tiny bit of lag to my transcript because of the second layer of post-processing. But what it allows is perfect formatting for technical content, file paths, URLs, email addresses, and even helps more accurately transcribe your words that you will add to your custom dictionary, which you will get to in a second. So I'll check this box for now and try this again. johnsmith@gmail.com. And there we go. That's perfect email formatting. Dear John, thank you for reaching out. Could you please reach out to me on my business email ID, danish@talkativ.app. So there we go. I have my draft ready, and it's got the email format correct. But if you notice, it's spelled Talkativ the right way, the way it's actually spelled. But for my brand, I don't want the E, which takes me to my next feature demonstration, the custom dictionary. Now, I would come here and add any words that are relevant to me personally, technical jargon, email addresses, proper nouns, names of friends or family that most likely the LLM will mispronounce. And let's just put a couple of examples in. I will also add my website in because I know I will be referring to that at some point. And so I have this in here. And just for comparison, let's go back and try another draft. Dear John, thank you for reaching out. Could you please reach out to me on my business email ID, danish@talkativ.app. And now you see it's got the spelling right. So now it knows when I say Talkative, I'm actually referring to my brand and it will get the spelling right every time. Alternatively, you can visit my website at https://talkative.app. And it's got the website URL perfect. And just to verify that, there we go. So it's just as simple as that. Now let me come back and do a quick demonstration of smart edits. But actually before that, I'm going to turn off advanced transcription formatting because, as I said, I only really use it when I require to have words perfectly formatted. I just prefer the speed of normal transcription 95% of the time, and most of the use cases that I have work perfectly with normal, with no advanced post-processing. Now let me move to smart edits, which is a feature that I've ended up using a lot. The way that you would get in there is click on the smart edits button in the sidebar, create a new smart edit. And essentially here you have a list of various different content styles in which you might want to have your thoughts or your dictation converted into. And let's just give this a try. So basically, we had this meeting yesterday and we talked about the new product launch, and everyone was pretty excited about the features, and we think it will do really well in the market. So that's my text there. I want to write an email. I want it to be professional, and I want to keep it short. Let's see what it comes up with. And here we see we have an email that's nice and crisp. Let's say, because of the nature of the note, I want it to be a meeting summary. And let's say I don't really want AI to transform my language that much. There we go. Let's give it a little bit more. And you see the difference. So I've been using it a lot, and I love this feature. Whenever you're ready to go, you could either save, which I'll get to in a second, or you could copy, paste it into your email, for example, and it's ready to go. Or you could save, which will nicely save your smart edit into the logs, and you can come back to it, you could search for it, and you have it ready to go. There's a couple of other ways that you could access smart edits. You could just have a note in here. And I usually use this feature if I just want to make a note that I want to come back to at later stage. Like so. And you see, as soon as there's some text here, the smart edit feature pops up. And the text that you just saw in the notes page is pre-populated here. There's yet another way. So everything you dictate gets saved into logs so that you can come back to it at a later date. This is less relevant for really short 1 or 2 sentences, but if you've spoken for multiple paragraphs or a few minutes at a time, I find it more useful to come back to those at a later date because those potentially were detailed emails or detailed thoughts that I had made. But just as an example, you could come to your logs, select any log, and it's all time-stamped and dated, so you know exactly when you smoked this. And click on Smart Edits. Again, same behavior. The log is pre-populated into the original text, and you could transform it into any of the 26 different writing styles currently. And lastly, I just want to highlight that the dictation capabilities exist in 100 languages. So just to name a few, but you could scroll through this list. They're very diverse: English, Mandarin, German, Russian, Japanese, Portuguese, French, Hindi, just to name a few. What I usually find is that auto detect works really well and automatically picks up the language that you're speaking, and it will transcribe it into that language. However, on a few occasions, I have noticed that it doesn't do too well, in which case I come to this menu and select the language I'm speaking and what the transcription in, and it vastly improves the performance. So that's just a quick demo. It adds a lot of value to my life. Thank you for watching.